My longtime boyfriend shared intimate pictures of me. My boyfriend and I have been together for over 10 years and have kids together. We have a pretty great relationship and still keep things pretty spicy. It's not uncommon for me to send him pictures of myself in lingerie, topless, etc. We're in a committed relationship, so I never worried about those pictures leaving his phone. Recently, I saw someone post on here saying she found out her husband was sharing pics of her in his group chat. The comments were filled with people saying it's a common thing for men to do. This made me curious, so I snooped, clicked the drop down on messages and saw two intimate pictures of me. His friend had sent two PG pics of his wife, and my boyfriend sent two of me that were definitely not PG. Although I was not stripped down, my top was see-through. He immediately apologized and seemed so embarrassed, but I can't help but feel so violated. His reasoning is that he was proud of my body and it was more of a sharing trophy wives moment. He then said something along the lines of, "Maybe the way you portray yourself on social media made me think those pictures wouldn't be a huge deal." That made me cry. I work out a lot, so I share a mirror selfie from time to time in a sports bra and shorts. Nothing Nero-F type of content. Curious how someone else would feel. Follow for updates.
My ex is suing me for child support. My ex-girlfriend 26F broke up with me 25 and 2 years ago because we couldn't decide about having kids. I told her from the moment she mentioned having kids, I don't want any until I am at least 28. She was okay with that at first, but 2 years in she wants kids. Like, really wants kids. I told her I was not having fun time without a rubber period. And after a month of no fun time because she wanted it raw, she broke up with me. Not surprised, and I moved 2 hours away from my new work 2 months after we broke up. Since then, I haven't contacted her until a week ago, when I got served the papers. She is saying her kid 1 year old is mine. I don't know what she is high on, but it's impossible that I am the father. The kid was conceived a month after I left. Mini update. This is a small and quick update. I don't use social media, so I don't have access to any of the kids' photos if they are public. But my mom does have her on Facebook. I asked her to look for the kid. Nothing on Facebook, but she found her Instagram, and it has some photos of the kid's first birthday. And the kid doesn't look anything like me or her. I will answer some questions. Yes, I will fight this BS. I have seen this kind of stuff go bad, so I will get a lawyer, and if I can counter-sue for damages. She is not vile enough to use my offspring of a used rubber to get herself pregnant. Well, the woman I knew. As for STDs, I got tested just before my current relationship, and it was clean. Between the last time we had fun time and the time the kid was conceived is about 4 months. 1 month of no fun time, 2 months I was in the area, and 1 month I was in my new place.
My mom stole $20,000 from me while I was in a holding cell. The title is self-explanatory. I won a lawsuit earlier this year and I had money put away in a safe under my bed. I was detained for something and needed bail. I used my only phone call, FU, West Covina PD, to call her and ask her to grab the requested bail amount out of my safe, $3,500. When I get home to check my safe, there is 20 grand missing. I start asking her about it only for her to say she sent it to my dad for a surgery he needed, which my dad denied instantly. Lo and behold, she somehow was able to afford a basically new Chevy Traverse. After weeks of hassling her and asking, she finally caved yesterday and admitted on video that she indeed took the money. What can I do now that I have audio evidence of her admitting to it? Her moral reasoning to stealing 20 grand from me while I was locked up was that she's my mother and deserved it more than I did. What do I do?
Today I messed up when I read my wife's diary. Well, I messed up big time today because yes, I read my wife's diary and ran into some very troublesome topics. First thing to understand, she and I have been polyamorous for about 3 years, in which time she has had 3 partners and I have had 1, which ended poorly for me because I was accused of cheating. Why I read my wife's journal? Because usually she shares with me what is going on, and recently I feel something has been up. I have asked several times for her to share and try to clear some things up from me. She never does. So today I chose the wrong answer and invaded her privacy. And damn, do I wish that never happened. And here is why. Within the contents of this diary, I found out that her current other partner wants to have a baby with her. She wants and has thought of marriage with him. The worst of all, she wants a divorce and wants me to pay child support. Honestly, I love this woman and have had issues with our relationship before, but I move on and continue loving her. I'm hurt and wish I could go back in time. Oh, one other thing. I feel like I work hard and do a lot of things for our home, but another entry shows that I am not appreciated and I just seem as a lazy man who doesn't do anything. Depressed is to say the least. TLDR, read my wife's diary and found out she wants a divorce, wants a kid with another man and wants to be married to him as well. I messed up for real, but I feel like my marriage has been a mess already.
My boyfriend came home early and caught me off guard. Not to catch me cheating or anything, I don't think. He forgot his rent check, but when he walked in, he saw me finishing off a 2-liter of soda straight from the bottle. And with queso drip down my shirt, strong goblin energy, presentable in a way he's never seen me before. The male's voice he heard on the other side of the door was of a YouTube video from Tube called TikTokers that became horrible criminals. This is a fairly new relationship, and I'm staying at his place all the time. This is the first time he came home early by surprise. He left for work, then was back within a half hour after remembering the rent check. I just always see posts about a significant other coming home early and finding something heartbreaking and wanted to share this wholesome feeling I feel. This is my first healthy relationship, and my post history goes over how dark the first part of my life was. I'm so happy he came home to me being a goblin, not a heartbreaker. I'm just so happy and wanted to share.